Good morning YouTube, it's your boy Jayden. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, this beautiful morning, it's 8 a.m. I woke up 6:30 like a champion. Got some shit done, had breakfast, and now making this video. And this video is gonna be about how dating is not brutal, okay? And the reason why I'm making this video was when I was eating breakfast, I got recommended a YouTube video. And the title was 23 years old, 7 years single, and no girlfriend. Okay, so that was the title of the video. And so he said that dating is brutal and it's tough out here. And a lot of these videos are popping up online now. Wow, dating is tough. Okay, and I want to talk today about a strategy, a way of being, a way of thinking, a way of doing things. Actually, it's a very practical strategy for how you can create a kick-ass dating life, okay? And it doesn't matter if you don't have that many skills or if you're really skilled. So that's what I want to talk about today, okay, as I'm doing my morning walk, okay? And so let's talk about it. So the first thing that I want to say is this, okay? How you pick women is gonna determine everything, okay? And the women that you choose to spend your time on. So you're out there, you're playing the field. Now what's important is what kind of women do you spend your time on? Because time is your only real asset, okay? We talk about money, we talk about looks, we talk about this, we talk about that. But at the end of the day, time is going to be the major deciding factor. If you spend your time on the wrong chick, wrong situation, what's gonna happen? You're gonna lose time. If you spend your time on the right chick, right situation, what's gonna happen is you're gonna gain something, you're gonna get something, you're gonna have fun, okay? So you're gonna have results, all right? So that's the important part. Now, let me, the police, Now, let me tell you the strategy, okay? I want to give you a sales analogy, all right? So I did sales for many years, okay? I love sales, okay? And when you do sales, you can have an easy customer, you can have a difficult customer, or like moderately difficult, or you can have a super hard customer, okay? And I was recently reminded of this, and I'm gonna tell you a story, okay? And so when I did sales, some customers, I would call them up, I would say, here's my product. And they would say, oh my God, interesting product. Sign me up. How can I pay? It's my price range. Great, let's go. Or they would say yes. They would listen to my pitch and they would say yes immediately. Sometimes it was so spooky how easily these clients would say yes. Like sometimes I'll do my pitch back in the day, and I was waiting for resistance, but there was no resistance. They'd be like, yeah, okay, sure, yeah, let's go. Okay, I don't have much time. Where do I sign? Let's go. And so you got the easy sale. Then you got the moderate sale, where they're asking a bunch of questions. They're trying to figure out more things. They're kind of neutral, okay? So you work a little bit harder, and what happens? You get the sale. And then you have the difficult sales, the hard sales, okay? You spend maybe weeks, months, okay, trying to persuade this customer to buy, okay? So you're trying to persuade him to become a customer, okay? Or her to become a customer. But that's where the problem lays, okay? Because with the easy customer, okay, with the moderately difficult customer, and with the super difficult customer, it's always the same product. So let's say your product is $100, okay? So you get somebody to easily agree to spend $100 with you. Then you have someone else who you have to do a little bit of convincing to spend $100 with you. And then you have the third person where you spend days, weeks, maybe months chasing this person to spend $100 with you. Do you see the problem? This is the difficulty of dating that a lot of men have. You have the easy women, you have the moderately difficult women where you have to put in a little bit of work, and then you have the really difficult women, okay? And I was recently reminded of this because I was going out with this girl, and the first date she didn't want to kiss, okay, which I thought, it's cool, all right, fine, why not? And then we went on the second date and we started making out, hanging out in the bedroom, but she didn't want to smash, and I thought, fine, whatever, cool. And then we went out on a third date, okay? And on the third date, we were back to square one. She wasn't ready to kiss. She wasn't ready to do anything. And I was like, all right, it's time for you to go home. And what I was reminded of, okay, because I've been going out now for 10 years, and here's where the insight is. Most of my girlfriends that I really liked, okay, most of the women that weren't even my girlfriends, let's not even talk about my girlfriends, let's talk about the women that I had sex with, the women I went on dates with, the women that I had great times with, the women that like impacted my life, the women that I enjoyed, etc., okay? All those women were interested in me, and that's my point. When I went to make an effort to kiss them, when I made efforts to make, sexual moves, they either accepted them or they put up a little bit of difficulty, okay? They didn't do the things that this woman did, which was, saying stuff like, oh, you have to, when I tried to kiss her, hang out with her, she was like, get laid, all right? She was like, oh, you have to earn it, you have to deserve it, you have to do this, you have to do that. And it was like, I was like, nah, I ain't doing none of that, all right? And you can go home, okay? And so that's what's brutal, okay? If you spend your time, your energy, your effort into these type of women, of course it's brutal. It's brutal for anyone. It doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter how experienced you are, if you lose, or how new you are, if you lose your time, you lose your energy, it's brutal, okay? And mind you, this woman that I talked about in this video, she paid for the first date, she paid for the second date, and she pretty much, I paid a little bit for the third date, and that was it, okay? And so I didn't even lose money, I just lost time, okay? It's always brutal to lose time. Now, there's so many women out there, okay, especially if you are like, you have no girlfriend, you don't have a great dating life, you don't have a rotation of women, you don't have anything, okay? I wouldn't recommend you to focus on the super difficult women, okay? I would recommend you actually to avoid these women, and I would first, which is what I always do, like this, I've been doing this for years, okay? I first focus on the women that are down to have fun, down to hook up, the women that are easygoing, easy to talk to, easy to create something with, okay? And I focus on those women, okay? And many of those women are beautiful, great, okay? People are always asking me, why don't you get in a relationship with that girl or this girl or that girl, okay? So I'm not saying go talk to ugly chicks. I'm just talking right now about the woman's difficulty level, okay? You can meet a beautiful girl and she can have like an extremely it can be extremely difficult to be with her because she has weird beliefs like you have to deserve it, you have to work hard for it, and then you can meet an equally beautiful woman, okay, equally or even more, and she's easygoing. She's like, all right, let's hang out, yeah, sure, we can kiss, yeah, let's hook up, let's do our stuff, okay? And so that's what you want to focus on. So you want to let's say that one night stands don't exist, okay? I'm going to make it really simple for you. Let's say one night stands don't exist, okay? But they do. But let's say they don't exist, okay? Just to make this explanation so simple. What do you actually have to do? You have to walk up to women, start conversations, and ask them out, okay? So whether you're in a bar, whether you're in a club, whether you're on the street, whether you're in a shopping mall, whether you're whatever, it doesn't matter. Even if you're on an online dating app, what you have to do is ask a woman out, okay? Now, when you ask many women out, some women are gonna show up to dates, okay? what do you do when you're on those dates? You do the one job that a man is supposed to do, and that is to put the woman in a sexual situation, okay? That's really the one job you have to do. Like, if we're really gonna boil down to like one essential thing, because you can be extremely funny, extremely charismatic, you can have great talk, great game, but if you don't bring the girl back to your room or to your bedroom or to your apartment, okay, to that private area where you can have sex and hook up and do something, it's all useless. You're not getting anywhere, okay? It's like talking to a customer and never closing the deal. Okay, so what you essentially have to do, if we're gonna boil it down to one thing, is you have to close the deal, all right? Now, when you do close the deal, or when you're trying to, right? When you're attempting, when you're shooting, okay? You shoot from the 3-point line, okay? Basketball, and you're attempting to score, okay? Football, you're hitting the penalty shot, okay? You're attempting to score, all right? What's gonna happen is there's gonna be, again, easy women to score with, moderately difficult women, and women who are just like straight up like super difficult. But at the end of the day, it's just a woman, okay? If they're all beautiful, they're all pretty, it's just a chick, okay? So what you want to do is you want to focus on the chicks that are easygoing, A, easy, okay? And B, you want to focus on the women that are moderately difficult, and you want to completely get rid of and ignore the women that are difficult, okay? You don't want to spend extra time, extra energy. A lot of guys, they make women like a mission, okay? We're going to talk about this in a little second, because there comes a point where you can make women a mission a little bit, and it's kind of fun to do that, okay? So we're going to talk about that too now in this video. So you focus on the women that are easy, you focus on the women that are moderately easy, like moderately difficult, and then you start getting laid. That's how you get laid, okay? And you'll get laid more quicker doing that, okay? Then those women, okay, you turn them into friends with benefits or semi-girlfriends. Simple, okay? You keep hanging out, you keep throwing out invites to these women that you have had sex with. You watch movies with them, you walk with them, you talk with them. Congratulations. Now you have a woman or multiple women in your life, okay? Of course, even after sex, some of them are still gonna fall off, okay? But you also want to ignore them, not pay attention to the women that fall off, the women that don't talk to you, okay? You want to kind of like ignore all negativity, all difficulty, okay? So now you're there, you have a woman that you're smashing, or multiple women, okay? Depending on, you know, what's happened in your situation. Now, okay, you're in the bonus round, okay? You're already having sex, you're already having female attention, affection, etc., etc. Now you can do what I like to do, okay? Okay, sometimes. I don't always like to do it, but sometimes you can start to focus on these women that are equally as pretty as the other ones, because you talk to beautiful women, but they have a higher difficulty level, okay? They're the kind of chicks that don't want to give themselves up easily to men, the kind of chicks that they need, they want to make the whole thing into a challenge, okay? Makes sense? The kind of chicks that you and me and everybody would say that's a difficult chick, okay? And then you want to make it a mission. You can do 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, whatever. You can just have fun with it. It doesn't matter. You can spend some energy, some effort winning her over. And you're also calm, relaxed, and not needy. You can stop whenever you want. You have other chicks. You're not that invested. You only keep going because you like the challenge and it's fun, okay? But if you start with those type of women in the beginning, my God, it is gonna be brutal for you. Holy shit. And I can tell you right now, because there was a period in my life where I didn't have any chicks, I wasn't getting laid, nothing. And I only ran into like women with the hard difficulty, like the hard mode. And I spent a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of resources, a lot of mental capital, emotional capital, physical capital, spiritual capital, like every fucking capital that ever exists in the book on these chicks, and many times I didn't even get laid, and the times that I did, it didn't even feel worth it, okay? And then I switched my strategy, okay? And I went to the same places, talked to beautiful women in this exact same places, exact same areas. Everything was the same. The only thing that changed for me was my focus. This was like 7 to 8 years ago, okay? The only thing that changed for me was my... Oh, it's so good. My focus, okay? I focused on the women that were interested in me, that if I made one step forward, they made one step forward. If I did 2 steps forward, they did 2 steps forward, okay? I focused on the women where the exchange was either equal, like 50-50, or 60 my and 40 them, okay? And I ignored all the women who required me to put in extra effort. Does that make sense? Okay? And eventually, once I started to have sex and enjoy myself and say, hey, you know what? I want to take on challenges. I want to have fun. Okay? I want, I don't care about quick hookups right now. I don't care about sex. I have too much of it in my life. Now I want to, take on some kind of challenge. I want to meet some difficult bitch. You know what I mean? Then I'd focus more on those chicks, okay? And it didn't make me unhappy because, I was achieving my point. Does that make sense? So the thing why dating is brutal and why dating is making a lot of men unhappy is because their point is to hook up and have fun and like have some affection or attention or, like a nice exchange with a woman, and they're just running into and focusing on these women that is like... super difficult, like on the 3rd level, which I talked about, like really hard women. And then you're spending time, energy, effort, and then you go on YouTube and you write, holy shit, no girlfriend, 7 years, I'm single, like this is brutal out here, guys. Okay, so the last thing I want to add to this, okay, because the video is kind of getting long, but the last thing I want to add to this is finding the women, because that's going to be an excuse that a lot of men make when watching this video, okay? So I told you the strategy when you're out there talking to women. But a lot of guys will say it's even hard getting a date out here, okay? And so I want to counter that, because that's actually a fear a lot of men have, or like a concern, okay? I can't even get dates. What are you talking about, Jay? So let's talk about that a little bit now. So I had clients on my program, okay, working personally with me. I'm not selling you anything, but they came scrawny, like really nerdy looking. You would look at them and think, this motherfucker's never gonna get a date, okay? And I helped them put themselves out there. I taught them a little few things, okay, during my programs, and they started going on dates, okay? So never make an excuse that you can't go on dates, okay? If it's gonna take you 30 cold approaches to get on 4 dates, then that's the level you are at right now, okay? So again, if it's gonna take you 30 cold approaches to get on 4 dates, okay, that's the level you are on right now. That means you have to do 60 cold approaches to get on 8 dates, okay? Because for every 30, you get 4. So if you want 8, you have to do 60, okay? That's your current level, my bro. I was at a point where I had to do like 60 approaches to get on 8 dates myself, okay? But the thing is, that's better. First of all, that's better than nothing. Second of all, when you get better, right? So you meet more women, you have more sex, you go on more dates, you get more experience, you get better at talking to women. Then it's no longer gonna take 30 dates 30 conversations to get on 4 dates, okay? It's gonna take maybe 19 to get on 4 dates. Then it's gonna take maybe 14 to get on 4 dates. Then maybe 11 of the chicks you talk to is gonna turn into 4 dates, okay? I'm just making these numbers up, but I wanna show you that there's a type of progression. And if you don't have the right strategy, meaning you're wasting time, losing time, hanging out, talking to, spending time with the wrong chicks, basically the chicks that are not fucking you, okay? Those are the wrong chicks, bro. Then you're never gonna get there. You're never gonna improve. And that's what this whole video today was about. Now, if you like this video, like the goddamn video, I make it for you because I love you, okay? I'm not earning a single cent from making this video. I just make these videos because I want to speak my mind on certain topics and because I want success for you, okay? Now, if you have something to say, comment down below, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in that next video. Peace.